Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Laura Cilio and thank you again for joining today. And we're all about Flexus and we're all about that great comfort and all that great flexibility that Flexus brings. So we're talking about spring of 2025, but before I actually get into the product, I want to just tell you a little bit about Flexus and of course what Flexus is all about. It's all about the 5 points of comfort. So let's take a look at the screen as I kind of walk you through these. So Flexus, it all originated with Italian comfort, Italian design, because after all, the Italians know it best as far as all the walking and the cobblestone roads and everything there. So really it's about Italian comfort. And it's the 5 points of comfort that's built into each and every style. And the first point is anti-shock. So it's really important that the sole gives you protection from that impact of walking. So we want to make sure that that sole gives you that support, but yet is really nice and soft for you. Anatomic. We always say your foot isn't flat, nor should your shoes be. So we want to have an anatomic footbed, which will take that natural shape of your foot. And that comes to the third point, which is self-molding. The fourth, of course, is slip-proof. Now, we want to make sure that you're walking with confidence, that you're walking with ease. And number 5 is flexible, because after all, it says it in the name, we want to be sure that it's nice and flexible. And that's the 5 points of comfort. So you'll see them in all the styles throughout. I'll be sure to point them out to you. And before we get into the new product, let's take a look at what's happening in our current 24 season. I want to show you some best sellers. Now, take a look at the screen. No surprises here. Our number 1 style is Nyaman. Nyaman, you'll see great updates there. Made in Italy. What a great style that is. Fun enough. Number 2 is Bubbles. 3 is Crossbeam. 4 is Bayview. 5 is Nyaman Pin Dot. Look how popular Nyaman is. 6 is Abyss. 7 is Scuff, another made in Italy style. The Pascals, number 8. 9, Nyaman Floral. And number 10, Kia. So as you can see, we have a lot of great active styles that are happening right there in our top 10. So let's get started into the new season, and I will be sure to point out all the nice features throughout, and then also just give you a little insight or behind the scenes as far as what all our inspiration was when we developed our Flexus line. So let's start it. As Larry said, you're going to follow along with the catalog, and let's start with the first style. Now, the first style is something new for us, and we're really excited because as I explained to you about all of the points of comfort, you're going to notice right here is a perfect example where we want to keep her moving, we want to keep her active, and we're going to do so by providing this first style with this outsole. So let me just walk you through the outsole really quickly here. You can see the flexibility is so beautiful here. Now, if you notice as I'm flexing, you're going to see that forefront flex up, but you'll notice I have stability here in the back. I also make sure that we have cushion, and the idea is to give you that balance of softness but support, because that's a really important feature. And that's our new outsole. The color of the outsole is more of like a beige greige color, so it looks really nice. And now we're going to give her sporty, beautiful uppers. So this first one, you can see it is a toe post, it is a thong, and you can just see the really nice sporty style here with the nice colors, bringing in a little bit of the lavender, doing a black, and of course doing that right there, that nice little basic color. The next style in this whole group on that great outsole is this next style, that Galvanessa. And Galvanessa, we're going to give her a little bit of a hook and loop closure. Obviously, you can see she is a slide. And we want to make sure that that when I talked about anatomic, we want to also make sure that that heel, that back heel, has a little bit of a heel cup, because we want that heel to be snug right in there. And of course, you can see on Liz's foot, she's snug right in there. Now, the next thing that I just want to point out is the way the upper is constructed. So it's going to have a little bit of that asymmetrical, just to kind of give you a really nice elongated look, and then just a nice active style, making sure that, of course, it stays on your foot. For those that prefer a back strap, this is the next style. So we're gonna take that same outsole, that upper, and we're gonna give her a back strap. Now, what I would like to just kind of demonstrate for you is when you see, I'm talking about stretch, because we do get this question, you know, as far as, oh, Laura, is this all stretch all around? But what we have to do is we have to give it a balance, because that's what it's all about. We're gonna give stretch here where she needs it. Of course, these look like one. And then right up here on the upper, we are going to have the upper backed, because we do need to give that stability, especially for that front strap, so the toe doesn't go all the way through. But take a look in the inside. I just want to show you. So you can see the way that it is constructed, that this whole piece is together, and we purposely have done that because we want to make sure any parts of the foot, perhaps it's a bunion or some kind of a foot issue, that it covers and it stays, so the elastic just doesn't separate. So I think that was really smart of us to think of that, and this is that great style. This is the Garlina. Our next style on that, now you see the big successes of the Nyaman, and what makes her so special is, of course, this really nice stretch material. So we brought it here to Haley. Now it's just a really nice slide. I hope you can see the dimension of the upper, where we're going to give her a little bit of a curve here, not just a straight one band, because it's really important that the foot actually stays exactly right onto that great footbed and outsole. Like very much how also, when I talk about anatomic, you're also going to notice that we have a little bit of these, we call them a little bit of like these wavy lines, and basically it's just to add a little extra good looks, but also comfort right there on the foot. The next style, so we're all into this Lycra story, this great stretch, and here we go, the Guzman. Great reaction to her, and I hope you can see the great colors. I'm going to shout out and showcase the navy for you, because I think the navy looks really nice and sporty and smart. So you can see we have, it looks, you know what, it's an Ironman upper, so that's the design, but we're putting it on this great comfort new sporty bottom. Going to make sure that she has stretch where she needs it, but yet stability where she also needs it, meaning right there on that front, so the toes don't go loose. Now, you're going to see the great colors. We're going to do really nice neutrals. A neutral is this olive, even into this gray, and even giving her a little feminine look with that nice mauve color, and then you have your basic. So a really nice, great palette. The next style is really exciting, because now we're taking really nice, number one, hardware, and number two, interest in material. So the hardware is really beautifully done. You're going to see on every single color it is gold. It's a really nice piece. It just adds something really special. When we ever have a crisscross band like this, we want to make sure that, you know, she's going to stay right where she needs to. Thus, we make sure that the strap positioning is just right, making sure we're keeping our little toe in. And then look at the footbed. So unlike the others, I don't even think I have to describe it to you, because you can see it right here. Look at that arch support. Look at the comfort that it brings. So that's really something special. Now let's talk materials. You're going to see a black and a black multi. I'm just going to point out the differences. The black, yes, it has a little bit of the texture, but it is more of like a solid flat black is how I would describe it, where our multi is a little shimmer, and I think you could see it right there in the light. Again, they have a little bit of the texture, just really elevating the style. Our whole point in this whole collection is to elevate your styling as well. So that's why we want to make sure that we always look nice and fresh and fashionable and Gorski. Now, I'm getting into a different outsole, our second new outsole here. And what you're going to see here, you're still going to have that comfort, you're still going to have that great flexibility and the nice support that I mentioned to you in the back on the other, but here you're just going to see it's just that little bit of a different design. You're going to see the holes, I'm going to call them the little holes right here on the back, but yet the forefront right here we will keep solid. And again, it just goes down to a great comfort level. I want to use the word ultra comfortable because whenever we get into Flexus, of course they're comfortable, but this just brings you to an ultra comfort level. You're going to see we have a little bit of the bedazzled jewels, and whenever we do the black, we're going to do the black stones as well, and that's our style, Gorski. Next style is just such a pretty upper. Look at how pretty and unique she is. So what we're doing, and I hope you can kind of see our inspiration, is that we're doing these in a little bit of the, I call them like the sparkles or the razzle dazzles. Look at the one on Frances's foot. What a unique design to really have it like, you know, the four squares really equal the diamond with the different shades of the stones, which just looks so beautiful. Our next style, of course, we'll have stones. Now you can see when we do a back strap on this next style, we did this in the lycra material. We want to make sure, we always talk about what things look like on the outside, but it also matters what it feels like against the skin, against the foot, because that's really also super important. So we're making sure that this back strap, look at this, it's wide enough to get the foot in there. It will move with you as you're active. You're going to have a little bit of that pull tab to make it easy for on and off, because it's all about ease. And then you're going to see right there on that front strap, you're going to see a little bit of the stones. I like very much that purple or mauve, lilac, however you want to call it, on the model's foot. It just looks so pretty. And then again, bringing in a little bit of the green. So let's give some color options to her. Not always just the basic black and tan colors. Our next style is, again, a Nierman upper with the stones. The unique part of these stones is that they are in different shapes, different sizes. So basically they're mostly, I should say, round. However, you're going to see some that are a little larger, again, some that are smaller. And that's what gives it dimension. That's the little details that we really stand for. Again, you're going to see that nice, right here, you can see a nice wider opening, a wide opening, so you can get the foot in. I do have a image here. I do have an image coming up of another color, and that's the black. And as I stated before, the black has all over black stones. And I wish you could feel just how lightweight they are. They do feel like, you know, just walking on air. So that's something important as well. And then just think also the possibilities of these. You know what? They can travel with you. And one last word about it, and I'm going to remind you all throughout the presentations, don't always just go barefoot in the house. Let's put on some really supportive styles. I'm going to show you the inside and the outside of this next style. So this is our scrubs. We're going to give her that really nice upper, that fly knit material, and of course you're going to have a really nice, I'm just going to pop this out, a nice removable insole. And what that will allow, you can see the heel cup, you're going to see a little bit of that arch, but it also is something that is, I'm going to use the word hygienic, because you can come and if you just need to take a damp cloth and maybe wipe this down just to keep it nice and fresh, or perhaps, quite frankly, maybe you have to take it out to air them out. So that's something nice for comfort and of course for hygiene. And you can see the really nice colors here and just a sporty look. So a really nice clean white, a tan, or I should say a beige here, a blue, a navy, and then look at the really sweet purple or lilac right there on the model. So really nice. We're going to talk about value. So you can see that pricing right there on your screen, and let me tell you, the Flexus just gives such a great value. This next style is rushing. I love this name because it really just shows that you're always rushing. Let's get your Flexus on. Let's get you moving. Let's get you grooving. And if you look here, even at our little insignia here on the side, as you can see, it really reminisces that little our logo there in Flexus. So what a great touch she is. Going to give a very nice classic lace up, because there is that gal out there that wants that lace up. Going to give a nice padded collar all the way around. Going to give nice structure right here to the back heel counter. Again, giving that support, giving that stability and the all over comfort. Nice and lightweight. And then for here, the removable insoles, look, they're colors that match that whole style. So there you go. It's purple. It looks really super cute. And here you have a black, and then of course the black with the black, and then a gray with the gray. And then that nice color right there on the model's foot. Very nice. Let's talk about a clog. So open back, but yet we have a convertible. So we have a convertible because we can take that strap and just bring it back if we need to say, hey, I need a little extra support just to hold me in. We always make sure that whenever we do this type of a style with that back lip there, that number one, that insole is going to fit right in there so it doesn't move. We want to make sure it's stable, which it is, and then you also want to make sure that you're staying in that clog so your foot doesn't slip back. But when we do the convertible strap, check it out. We're doing this with elastic. So what a nice, great feature, because it just really hugs and holds onto that back part of the heel really very nicely. So you can see a really nice clog. And here's our color palette for you. And that's our next. Our next style is Bling, a carryover, and I have to tell you, she is really super duper comfortable. I'm gonna open her up because I want you to see, look at all that greatness right inside. The ones that always wow me, you know, arch supports, yes, that's a given for us in Flexus, but it's when we get down to the heel and even into here with the ball of the foot. Really nice. You can see just a, you know, it's a style you can dress up. I can tell you that. It has really nice stones there and just a nice lightweight look. I'm a little impartial to the pewter here. You know, I'm a soft gold person, but there I love the pewter. Next style is crossbeam. Look at the ranking, ranked number 3, and reason why is because, of course, ultra comfortable. I'm going to showcase the yellow right here because she's right in front of me, and I hope you can see, I mean, look at the comfort right in here. So this is a more of a it's our traditional outsole, and you can see we're just going to accent her with a little bit of, you know, that upper color that comes right around. It all has to do with just the way that we have all of our compounds and all of the great materials for the outsole. Look at the traction. So when I talk about the 5 points of comfort, I mean, look at that bottom. It's just really wonderful. A little bit of a wider base right here. Remember, European comfort, European lasts, European sizing. That's going to give you that little bit of that extra room that you need. Now, look at this. Here we come. A little bit of that stretch right there where you need it, but of course right here where we want it stationary, we do have it backed right in the front there, and that's our style crossbeam. The next style is Quintessa. Quintessa is a little bit more of a wedge. So I hope you can see all this active styles and how you can just incorporate them into your everyday or every evening wear if you want. You can see that really, I mean, this is a really great one with that arch support. And right here at that metatarsal, I think that's really extra special. Gonna give her padding right there on the back. And then even with this upper strap, she has a little bit of that foam between her. So yes, you can see she's lined in the back with that same material, but because she has the foam, I hope you can see right there as I'm depressing her, she adds that extra comfort. And look at that on a nice wedge. Repeat style from this current season is Buttony. Really beautiful because she has a little bit of that metallic shimmer, but not an overshine. You're gonna see, and I do wanna open her up, our hook and loop, always high quality. Okay, now you can see right there, I hope you can see, I mean, look at the curvation right here as you follow my finger all the way from the arch to the heel, even into that front toe. You can see how it hugs Francis's foot, and look at the nice colors. Something that is light, bright, and something that is really softness as well. Let's take that same construction and let's give her a back strap. So this next style, and I'm gonna showcase this more of this peachy color because she's really beautifully done. You have one strap right here, and then right here, we're gonna give you a functioning buckle. You know we're all about ease, you know we're all about the hook and loop, but what we feel here is we wanna give her that little bit something extra to hold her in, so that is a functioning buckle with the elastic right behind it, and just has a really nice, I'm gonna use the word clean look, and almost like a little sophistication. So let's think of how all these are really, I use that word ageless all the time because that's what it is. New next group for this current season, and we'll be continuing into spring of 25, is right here. We're going to take these uppers that are more of that, I call it like that knit, but you can see they're structured, right? They take their shape, they hold their shape, and that's because we want to make sure, again, it's not too stretchy. So when really we are developing and designing our Flexus, we have to keep all those little things in mind, because number one is absolutely comfort. You're going to see a really nice outsole here, and when you look at the outsoles, not just the dimension, but take notice of the shape. So you're getting that comfort right here in the heel, but yet up here in your in the forefront here, it's a little bit slimmer, and really that's designed so when you're walking in the heel strikes, you have all that comfort. Our next style is a slingback. So wow, this is something really unique. I don't want to show you the black, sorry about that. I want to show you this color. What's unique about Mayberry is to have a slingback on an active looking bottom with this knit type of an upper. It really just says a lot. It's something that's very unique. She doesn't have that in her closet. You're going to see the little bit I explained to you about the buckle. She will have elastic in the back to make it nice and easy, and you can see the soft colors like that green, a brown, a black, and then the one right there on Frances's foot. So let's bring her a slingback. The next is a slide, Mashana. And what's nice about her is we're going to add not just all the contouring there, the anatomic that I keep talking about, but we're going to put a little bit of these massage bumps right here in the front. And again, it makes you feel good on the foot. And also sometimes, it's a little bit like a metatarsal, so you kind of hold your foot there in place. Again, a crisscross, so we want to make sure that she's stationary. So there's a little stretch to her, but not too much. It's like that Goldilocks effect, right? Just a little, not too much, so just right. Our next style is within this same group, and I hope you can see also, like especially with this style, we're taking that whole knit of that upper, and look, we're bringing it down to that outsole. So it just gives a clean, beautiful, classic look. I'm going to kind of just turn this outsole around because I want you to see what the back is, how it comes up just ever so slightly. And even within the knit design, you can see a design. How funny is that? But yes, you can see a little bit of a design, keeping her clean. You have a hook and loop closure right there, but you could notice we just kept her clean. A nice navy as well in the black. Okay, so we're getting into another new style. This is our Cordona. I want to just demonstrate again that, look at that flexibility. I'm hardly putting anything on it. And if you think about it, as I was explaining before, when you're walking and moving, you are having freedom of the foot, and this will allow it. This has a little bit of a higher wedge. Okay, so just taking her up a little bit, you're going to see that really great padding right there. And look at how great she looks. Now, a little bit of that take on kind of like that, not exactly a fisherman, but you can see right up the front, and there's 3 straps there. And I like how we're doing the straps, how you're going to notice whenever we do these sportier straps, right, they're not just solid. So you can see that they're a multi, so it's usually, accented with white, and that brings in that nice sporty feeling. Next style here is the Damari, so you can see a little bit more of that fisherman closed up but yet open, and we're going to give her interest right here with the material, a little bit of that shine. So you have the black, you have that tan, and that really nice, it's like that gray neutral right there on Frances's foot. Century, now we're going to a closed shoe, really nice, light and easy, memory foam. So these insoles now are memory foam. So you will feel that when you sink into the style, it really adds a great touch to it. The black with the black stones, a really nice blue, a gray, and of course that blush right there on the foot. A-line, so this way it just has a really nice clean look and doesn't dig into the foot. Okay, our next style. Now you can see we're getting into more of the shoes. So this is Otero. We're going to give, right, you can see it right here, but look at the little surprise. It's twin gores right here. So nice twin gores, a fuller fit. Remember, I told you European size and European last. You're going to see right here, it's a D ring that opens all the way up. And I do want to just take out a little bit of that removable insole just so you see it. So because of that, because of the toe boxes, you know, being a little bit more roomier, if you do have to put a custom orthotic in it, you can welcome it in here. I do want to show you an image of the navy. The navy, you can see, you know, we're giving her just that little interest in the material. And then of course, right there on the toe, you can see a little bit of the chop outs. It is lined, so it is perfed all the way through. Nice reaction. Next style is a little bit of a nod to a Mary Jane. So our Mary Janes are really important to us. We're gonna give her a little look like an asymmetrical, but of course it's one piece, nice and easy. I'm gonna take this out for you because I want you to see, again, another nice removable insole. But take notice what we're doing here. We're taking a little bit of it's an etched design, a little bit of the perf through, and it's ever so sweet, almost like a little bit of a floral design. So really nicely done. You're gonna have an outsole that is a little bit of the beige, and then of course the black, all over black. And just nice cushioning all throughout. Our next style, and we want to think also, we talk about being active and out there and walking, but it's also for those people who are going to be on their feet, the ladies who are going to be on their feet all day. Maybe it's a professional, maybe it's a teacher. I mean, think of the possibilities, and what a nice style this is. So this is just a very traditional loafer, so it's got the little penny keeper, and you can see it's perfed all the way through. So we're just going to give her just some nice round perforations, that little bit of that mock toe. But again, I mean, this is because it is Flexus. Now, just another little tidbit about Flexus is how do we achieve all that flexibility? Because it is unbelievable. Well, it's because of the process. They're direct injected the insole, the outsole. So this way there's no midsole, there's nothing. It's just pure upper attached to the sole. Now, this next style is really nice, bringing in a little bit more of like that fashion overall shoe. We're going to give elasticized laces. We want to make sure we give metal ends here so the elastic laces stay put. We're going to give her a little bit of that patent shine right there. And then it's all about the interest in that little perf with the etching. And of course it has that little bit of the metallic. Rayfield, we're really excited about her. So I hope you enjoyed all those new shoes. Now we're going to get into some tried and true. This is Bayside toe loops. Always great, always on style, always in trend. Here we go. This you can see really nicely done as far as the footbed. You know her, you love her. We will be continuing. That's our Bayside. The next in this little collection is our Bay Shore. I hope you know her as well. So just going back, it's all that great flexibility. You have the tube band, of course, with your little perforations, but also with a little sprinkle of some jewels. So that's your Bay Shore. And the next one is one of my favorites. I own her, I wear her, I love her. Her name is Bayview. She is ranked number 4. And then the sweetness to me is just, you know, it's in the flowers, I just have to say. So how sweet is it? It's a dimensional flower with all these little studs, and she's just a toe post, ever so sweet, and just a really nice, I have the blush, so what a really cute style. Now we're going to continue. So I talked to you about those last 3 styles are tried and true. So now what's new? It's this Synthera. And what the great part about her is she's made in Italy. So it's very important because that's great value. That means a tremendous amount to people is to have something, of course, that is made in Italy. So look at the stone, something you don't expect, right? And that's why I hope we're wowing you. So what we have is we have a little bit of the seed beads, has a little bit of that shimmer there, but right here we have something that's really fun. It's almost like they look like these little, like, you know, the stones. So it has like a little pretty stone. We have a nice blue. We're going to make her look so fresh and poppy here with this fuchsia color, of course a black multi, and then we have that white one right there. Made in Italy, 2 functioning buckles. So we talk about Nyamin, and here she is. So Nyaman, you can see that ranking right there on the screen. She's your #1 style. She feels absolutely wonderful. So when we talk about comfort, I always say it's all the way from that toe to the heel. Nice stretch, quality material. So she does continue, and you can see the great colors, and there's that pop of the red. We want to give her something fancy, which is the floral, ranked #9. She will continue and stay with us. And the white is really crisp. It's really nice. You can see, of course, here's the beige, a nice blue, and a little bit of the navy, and the black. And it's all stretch. It's all that lycra, and it's really nice to bring a little jazz to the floral. And here we go with something new, and it's the crackle. So we're gonna take Nyaman, it's all the same, made in Italy, all of that, and we're just gonna give her something really special, and it's crackle. So it's just kind of a little bit of, it almost looks like a little bit of that crackle finish, but yet they're smooth right here. And you can see really nicely this silver takes on more like an iridescent. Then you have this really nice gold, and of course the navy and the black. So that allows to dress them up. So if Nyaman is such an important style for us, we want to give all these different reasons to give the woman different options. Pinda, ranked #5. So you're going to see right here, this is a really nice silver. You're going to see that gold, and of course the black. Now the black we put iridescent. You always hear me black on black, but here we're going to give her really something special, and those are iridescent, and it came out really beautiful. So we're in our little Italy collection, and this is our Pascal. So she is ranked #8, and the beauty for her is that look at how friendly she is because of all the stretch. So even if maybe it's not just a problem foot, but you have something that's healing or whatever your situation may be, this is a great one because it just hugs and it's very soft inside. You're going to just see the really nice leathers right here, accented right across with that mesh. So nice little color palette for you there. I like how it's the basics, then you have the bright colors that just adds a lot of flair. These are our essentials, made in Italy, and they are essential because you need them. Now these right here are leather. The footbeds are leather covered, so that just naturally gives a really nice feeling against the foot, and also the leather is just naturally breathable, so it's going to give you that breathability. You can see right here, it's just a nice 2-buckle double band. Our next style is still within this essential collection, and you will see Kia, ranked #10. Love how very much it just has a nice dimension to hold the foot, so it doesn't have too much of a flip-flop effect. And then of course you have your nice hook and loop, and that's ranked #10. Our next style is a back strap, and it's Siri, and basically we're going to give her cute little flowers, just ever so sweet, right here on the ends, and then just that little bit of that contrast, stitch. And just remember, it's all about the 5 points of comfort, and to boast to say you can have that kind of a style made in Italy is terrific. So now we're coming into our next little group here, that's new. And the lightweightness is amazing. And where all of our inspiration came from, you're going to see the next upcoming styles that are currently in our fall book. These are annual styles for us. And what we really are accomplishing here is we want to give her that stretchiness here, but the really importance comes to the toe box, because when you need something that's stretchy to move and to conform and be with your foot, you also want to make sure you have the room in the toe box, because after all, you don't want to squish your toes. So it's the toe box. And then of course you can see just nice back here, a nice heel counter to hold you as well. And just remember how active it can be. Here's your black, it's an all over black, and you can see how we gave interest between the solid material and actually that little bit of that knit stretch. Now the next style. super lightweight, and this is the style I was referring to in our current fall book. So this is an annual style, adding in this really nice white. Again, it has that crackle finish. So if you notice how well it plays, so think of this. Think of it as a closed shoe Nyaman. There you go. That's how I'm going to explain it. Think of it as that. Because it is the Lycra, it has all that greatness to her. And of course, you're going to have a really nice removable insole right here, making sure that that cushion and that foam is high quality so it can withstand a lot of wear and tear. We want our shoes to last. Going to give a nice solid. So this again is in the fall book, and it's just that great flexibility as I explained before, and then it's durable because it is direct injected, where that, you know, the outsole and the upper are just attached, direct attached. That's what gives you that durability as well as the flexibility. Nice and easy to get in, making sure we give her enough room. If she needs extra help, put a little pull tab. There's the navy, and what we're doing with the navy is we're giving her that light color outsole. You can see the beige there as well, and just a nice, smart, clean style. I wish you could feel how lightweight they are. Now, the next style, we're going to give her a little bit of that monk strap. So it's really important we give her that tongue, very nice, easy to get in, wide enough because she needs it. And then, of course, you have a little, ever so little bit of that stretch right there for that monk strap to be adjusted across that instep. And just, again, just nice and lightweight. Next style is Vamp. Just a nice slide, giving her, she's a repeat style. She's been with us for some time because she keeps performing, but you can see she's a little bit more dressy. And then of course we have our little bit of our hook and loop closure right there, made in Italy. Next style is another tried and true essential. It's our Flexia. So you're gonna have leather, 2 leather pieces right here, and then here's the Lycra. Remember I talked to you about toe boxes? Well, here is no exception. Got a nice toe box here, and then right here is, of course, really softness with that back strap. And then that insole I just wanted to mention is a nice soft microfiber. Scuffed, ranked number 7. Just what she is. She's a scuff. Just a quick little slip on. A really nice material because again it gives that give. It has that room. Really nice and easy. Nice leather right here. So that's important as we speak. You can see all that greatness right there. And here's our basic colors. So there you go. That's our scuff. Together with scuff, we have our Marula. The interesting fact about Marula is that I talk about toe boxes and I talk about a little stretch, but this is another special material that has stretch in it. So if, again, you have a bad foot, you know, you need a little extra stretch, that's your answer, which is our Marula. Marula has a little bit of a shimmer to her, just to make her a little bit more dressy. And then the really other nice thing about her is she has this little V cut right here. And that's important, again, for that top of the foot, and then just a little bit of that strap. Talk about tried and true. Talk about things that are really nice and soft and great for your foot, but yet supportive, is our style Tender. Tender is made in Portugal, so we have a lot of great quality there. The other great thing, you can see I do have the I do have my forms in here so you can see, but the great thing is you can easily travel with her. She feels like a sock on. You can take that insole out. You can throw these in the machine if you want to wash them, because we talked about hygiene earlier. That's really important. And if you really want to get dressed up and you have a problem, look at this. I mean, you have a nice silver, you have a gold, and then of course your basic colors. And again, made in Portugal for that price. It's really nice. And that's our Tender, and she feels so super tender. Now we're going to get into a style here, Askamala. I always tell you I like to say the name. It's fun to say. And when you see her, what she is she is, of course, made in Europe, but she is removable. So this next little group that we have is a really special series because the removable insoles, I'll show you on the ones coming up, the removable insoles allows for extra depth, And you can see right inside here, here is Lycra, and this is very bunion friendly. You can see that when we do the design, we want to make sure it's part of the design so it doesn't just shout out and look awkward, but we build that into each and it just looks great. Going to give her a little bit of that design, and these, again, these are made in Turkey. Now for here, I'm going to just demonstrate, only because this style is a slide and it's a little easier for me to demonstrate. This is the balasa. Here is the anatomic, look at this. I always say this. When they're this great, I don't know why you would need to switch them out, but if you have your custom orthotics, there you go. So this is what's coming in, you know, in this sandal, but look at this. We finished the bottom. You're gonna have one point here where the hook and loop holds that nice removable insole in place, but the bottom is finished. So that's the extra depth that we're giving. I hope you can see the extra depth in here. So again, accommodating for an orthotic. Really nice. We want to give her some jazzy prints, and this is our answer. So you can see a really nice red, more of that like beigey color, and then here is something that's more like the grays and the blacks. So give her something to smile about. The next style, and look inside. So right here, you could probably hardly see it on screen, but right here, this is our little bunion friendly area. So giving her that area that's nice and bunion friendly, giving her the two straps, making sure she's nice and secure, and giving her something that she can dress up. Because, you know, when you have a problem foot and you do have a special occasion to go to, it's a panic, like what am I gonna wear? And well, now you can reach for your Flexus. The next style here is that same group with the removable insoles I was just explaining to you. Let's give her the back strap. And when you look at this, because I have all these points of adjustability, boy, does that make it easy. I like having the 3 straps there because this way it's even giving you more functionality. Maybe you just have to, you know, adjust the top, the middle, or, you know, or this top strap. So it gives you a lot of flexibility there as far as adjusting to your foot to make it a personalized foot shoe just for you. I'm going to move to the next group, this next category. Now, this next category is a really nice, great value, great price point. You can see here on these footbeds, these are leather. The uppers here, these are man-made leathers. Now the importance and why do we do that is because these, they're not going to have a lot of stretch, but they have a little give to them and they are very soft. You're going to see this collection in very more basic colors, but we're going to jazz her up with a little bit of the metallic. So this is our style Carl, and you can see the really nice colors there. Just something that is easy. The next style is Delphus. So we talk about giving her something to smile about, giving her a little pattern. Here is our 2 buckle, and as you can see, here's your leather footbed. As you can see, we're going to give her a little bit more of a wedge. Let's just lift her up a little bit, and at the same time giving her a little bit of a platform. So there's a little bit of that lug type of a look, and just to give her a little elevation. On that same construction, because she is so popular for us, is the next style, Pomola. And we're going to give her a little bit of that sweet floral design right there, and then right in the middle, ever so sweet, there's your pearl. So how feminine is that? Just a nice little pearl design. And I'm going to take a second just to open it, because when I talk about the comfort, there you go, says it all. Just take a peek at that. And that's our Pomola. Our next style is Orwell, and she is new, and you want to talk about being something that can be completely adjustable. Well, I hope I kind of fooled you, because when you looked at this, you would probably say, wow, how are you going to make this all completely adjustable? But here we go. You can see how that front strap is designed and constructed to give that nice look, but yet that adjustability, and then you have your 2 points of adjustability there, and you can see the nice colors. I do shout out this little bit of this beige. You can see the interest in the material, and of course giving a little shimmer, and the blue, it's just spot on. Next style is a repeat style. We will continue with her in 25. So she has a nice back strap. There's the little cute floral design. Here's our asymmetrical. Let's give her some of that hook and loop, and nice soft gold, a white. I always say the white looks so smart and crisp, and then there is the black. New for 25 is a flat slide. Let's take a nice flat slide. Now when you see a flat, the greatness here, and I'm going to show you right inside here, you're getting arch support right here and nice support here on the heel. Something that's really special and nice, especially in the flat. You can see that upper design and you can see the material interest there as well. Talk about slides, things that are just something that's easy. And here's the slide, but take a look at this. As I hold up this style and show you the actual footbed here, of course you can see the curves, but take notice of this width. So we're gonna give a little extra width right here, of course, to accommodate that foot. The nice part that looks modern, I always say it's in the detail of the hardware. Look at that hardware. What a great, nice, it's just a bold piece because the upper is just obviously very, very basic as just being a slide. But this is our Barranca. Let's take that same look and let's give her two bands. So there is, I'm telling you, a little bit of that wider base, which is terrific. 2 points of the adjustability. Of course, you guessed it. There's the hook and loop underneath, and you can see your basic colors. And here we're gonna just give her a little bit of that sawtooth look, just to give her, again, that nice little bit of that stability. And look at the ranking, ranked number 6. That means a lot. Next style is our Denia. Really smartly done. I always point out the sand and especially that denim color. She just has a really nice look to her. She hugs the foot so nicely. It's the interest of that little bit of that upper right here, and she will remain for 25. Our next style is the Adid. We're gonna bring and mix in somewhat elastic, nice and comfortable, nice pretty flowers. There are 3 of them that are graduated. They go right up the top of the foot. And then we're really going to make her special because it's the outsole. We wrap her in all that great upper material for, number 1, the looks, and just to really elevate the style. I also want you to know, I probably haven't been flexing these, but the flexibility here, of course, is amazing. Our next style, we're still in this same group, but check her out. So we're gonna bring her up just that little bit, giving her that youth, giving her that height. She's a wedge, but take notice of the platform. I like that blue because it's a denim where you have a little bit of that etching design of a floral, and of course that little connector piece is a 2-piece, but she just has a great look. And to have a Flexus style, to have that higher wedge, I think that's something important. Talk about that higher wedge. This is the next style, and you're going to see right here, it's a T-strap. So we're bringing her another great look with a T-strap, and I'm gonna have her go on model. There's Liz all over black. Now you can see how you can just, dress her up, dress her down, and she's very youthful. Okay. And there is the camel. Actually, when I look at the image of the camel, my sample looked a little sad. I just saw it in the screen, but when you look at the camel, it really showcases all that nice etching on the style. Okay, here we go. Now, we're getting into a little bit of a new category. So this category is a recovery category. So what that all means is, as you can see the styles, I'm going to showcase this color here. What the recovery is all about is you're going to see it gives you a little bit more support. It's a little more height in here because after maybe it's something of a performance, maybe it's your running, or maybe you had an injury, anything that you feel you need to rest that foot so that foot can recover throughout some time, this is the style for you. So it's a little bit beefier. I'm going to show you on the inside where you need it here. And again, it's all molded. It's one piece, so it's nice and easy. You're going to see a white. We have this really pretty, like a powder blue. We have a bronze and a black. So it's something that's really nice and important. And then we're going to give you, of course, a slide. So I kind of point out this raspberry color because I think she's kind of fun. And I hope you can see right through as you're looking at the shape as I'm trying to describe. And really the other piece is the inside here. So when we're talking about recovery, we also want to make sure that it's a wide enough base right here where you really need it. So this way, you're resting right here. So you're going to see a little bit more of a pronounced arch support and a little bit more pronunciation, if you will, right in here, because that's what's going to give that foot nice and rest. And then of course right here, you're going to have it a little bit slimmer for as you walk and recover and rest your foot. And then the next and last but not least is Bubbles, ranked number 2. Super fun colors, really nice, lightweight. I am going to have to put 2 colors here, some in the back because there's so many. I can tell you about how many girls in the office, so many people wear Bubbles. It's just happening. It's fun. It feels great. I wear a pair. I wear them around the office at times. I wear them at home and around, and they just have a great level of comfort. Actually, functioning buckles, which I think is just terrific. You have the 2 that are functioning, and then you can just see, she's just so cute. Puts a little smile on your face. And think about it too, sometimes these are gift items. I know that might sound kind of funny, but yeah, sure, give them as a gift. And that's our style Bubbles. And that is our Flexus for spring of 2025.